Explore the world of Arabidopsis thaliana, a small flowering plant used to study plant biology and genetics. Arabidopsis thaliana is a small, fast-growing flowering plant native to Europe and Asia. It has a relatively small genome, making it an ideal model organism for plant research. Arabidopsis was the first plant to have its genome fully sequenced in 2000. Researchers use Arabidopsis to study plant development, including root growth and flower formation. Dr. Elliot M. Meyerwitz's work on Arabidopsis led to key insights into plant stem cell maintenance. Arabidopsis research has practical applications, such as improving crop yields and developing drought-resistant plants. From Sergey Bubka's 6:14 world record to Yelena Isinbayeva's dominance, let's celebrate the highest flyers in pole vault at the World Athletics Championships. The modern pole vault originated in 19th century Germany as a form of gymnastics. Sergey Bubka set 35 world records, including his iconic 6:14 mark in 1994. Yelena Isinbayeva won 3 Olympic and 3 World Championship titles, dominating women's pole vault. The highest ever clearance in World Championships history is 6:5 achieved by Dmitry Markov in 2001. Pole vaulters can reach speeds of up to 25 miles per hour during their approach run. The first women's pole vault event was introduced at the 1999 World Championships in Seville, Spain. Blast off into the world of space food and discover the story behind NASA's famous freeze-dried ice cream, which astronauts like Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong enjoyed during their Apollo missions, and learn how space agencies are working to create more sustainable and nutritious food options for future space travelers. NASA's freeze-dried ice cream was a treat for astronauts on Apollo missions in the late 1960 seconds. The famous ice cream was developed by NASA's food contractor, Pinnacle Foods, in the 1960 seconds. Freeze-dried ice cream was crucial for space missions as it was lightweight, durable, and had a long shelf life. Astronauts like Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong enjoyed the freeze-dried ice cream during their historic moonwalks. Cutting through the confusion, I'll explore the optimal daily protein intake for athletes and non-athletes alike, and debunk the myth that more is always better. The recommended daily protein intake is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight for sedentary adults. Athletes require 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight to support muscle growth and repair. Excessive protein consumption can put a strain on kidney function and lead to dehydration. The human body can only process 20 to 30 grams of protein at a time, making excessive intake unnecessary. A 2018 study found that high-protein diets did not improve muscle growth or strength in athletes. The World Health Organization recommends a maximum daily protein intake of 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. In 2019, Canadian curler Kevin Coe threw a shot that reached an incredible 46.2 kilometers per hour, 28.7 miles per hour. Curling is a precision sport requiring strategy and skill, but also speed and power. Kevin Coe, a Canadian curler, holds the record for the fastest shot in curling history. On March 24, 2019, Coe threw a shot that reached an incredible 46.2 kilometers per hour, 28.7 miles per hour, at the Champions Cup. This record-breaking shot was achieved during a game against Team Botcher in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Coe's shot surpassed the previous record by over 2 kilometers per hour, 1.2 miles per hour, a significant margin in the sport. This feat showcases Coe's exceptional strength, technique, and mastery of the sport. Did you know that vanilla's distinct flavor comes from a compound called vanillin? Vanilla's distinct flavor comes from a compound called vanillin found in the seed pods of the vanilla planifolia orchid. Vanillin is responsible for 95% of vanilla's flavor and aroma, making it a highly sought-after ingredient. Vanilla beans contain over 200 compounds, but vanillin is the key to its unique taste and smell. Synthetic vanillin, created in 1874, is 100 times cheaper than natural vanillin and used in 99% of vanilla-flavored products. Vanillin is also used in perfumes and fragrances due to its sweet, creamy, and comforting scent. The unique flavor of vanilla is due to the combination of vanillin and other compounds, making it a complex and versatile flavoring. Compare the intense energy release of a supernova to the infinite gravity of a black hole, and discover which one reigns supreme in the universe. A supernova is an explosion of a massive star, releasing as much energy as an entire galaxy. Black holes, on the other hand, are regions of space-time where gravity is so strong, not even light escapes. The brightest supernova ever recorded was ASASSN 15LH, shining 50 times brighter than the entire Milky Way. The largest black hole discovered so far has a mass of 66 billion times that of our Sun, residing in galaxy Messier 87. While supernovae are brief, explosive events, black holes can persist for billions of years, warping spacetime around them. In a cosmic showdown, a supernova's energy release would be no match for a black hole's infinite. Imagine a giant wave of molasses destroying a town. On the 15th of January 1919, a storage tank ruptured in Boston's North End, releasing 2.3 million gallons of molasses into the streets. The molasses flood traveled at an estimated 35 miles per hour, destroying everything in its path, including buildings and streets. The disaster claimed the lives of 21 people, with many more injured, and left a trail of destruction 90 feet wide and 160 feet long. The molasses was so thick and heavy that it took weeks to clean up, with workers using steam shovels and dynamite to remove the sticky substance. The Great Molasses Flood was one of the most bizarre and deadly disasters in American history, with no clear cause or explanation for the tank's rupture. Learn about the unusual case of Oklahoma's Red River, which earned its name due to the presence of red clay and iron oxide in its waters. The Red River of Oklahoma gets its name from the reddish-brown tint of its waters. The distinctive color comes from high concentrations of red clay and iron oxide in the river. The red clay and iron oxide are eroded from the surrounding landscape, mainly during heavy rainfall events. Geologists believe the red coloration has been present in the river for thousands of years, shaping local ecosystems. The Red River stretches over 1,360 miles, flowing through parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana before emptying into the Atchafalaya Basin. The river's unique color and geology support a diverse range of plant and animal life, making it a valuable natural. Are economic sanctions a morally justifiable tool of foreign policy? The United States imposes sanctions on over 20 countries, affecting 1/3 of the global population. Economic sanctions are 4 times more likely to harm civilians than to achieve their intended political goals. In Venezuela, sanctions led to a 50% decline in oil production, exacerbating the country's economic crisis. Sanctions on Iran have restricted access to life-saving medicines, causing widespread health crises. The use of sanctions has increased by 25% since 2010, with the US and EU imposing the most. The UN Special Rapporteur has condemned sanctions as a form of collective punishment, violating human rights.